Hi, my name is Celeste Ambrose. I am a graduate student at Pittsburgh State University, and today I'm here to talk to you about the changes that are experienced in middle and late adulthood, as well as a couple of recommendations on how to live a healthier adulthood, um, psychologically, socially, and physically. I'm going to start off with the changes that are experienced physically because as we age, our bodies change in many physical ways. Between the ages of 20 and 40, our physical abilities are at their peak. So, this includes our muscle strength, reaction time, sensory abilities, and cardiac functioning. Um, our aging speeds up during middle adulthood, and this is around the age of 40 and 65. And this is characterized by a decline in vision, hearing, and immune system functioning, as well as the end of reproductive capabilities for women, which is menopause. Our hair begins to thin and gray around age 35, while the skin becomes more dry, wrinkles become to be more apparent. Um, during middle adulthood, the age process becomes more apparent. So around the age of 60, the eyes lose their ability to adjust to objects at varying distances. Um, as well as our hearing starts to decline as we age. About 14% of middle aged Americans have hearing problems. Um, so, socially, the changes that are experienced can be attributed to our friends, our family, marriage, being a parent, as well as our coworkers. So, for those in early and middle adulthood, meaning is found through work and family life. So, one area that corresponds with Erik Erikson's psychosocial theory of development is the intimacy versus isolation. And this is the stage of psychosocial development in which people face the crisis of being alone versus being involved in meaningful relationships. Um, so, some aspects of healthy aging include activities, social connectedness, and the role of a person's culture. Um, According to many theorists, including George Valiant, he studied and analyzed over 50 years of data, and he concluded that we need to have and continue to find meaning throughout our lives. So, having stable, intimate relationships has been found to contribute to the well being through adulthood. So, it's really, really important to hold on to those good relationships that we have in our lives. Um, so psychologically, the changes that are experienced, just a couple of them, are our brains become more resistant to change, as well as our memory becomes impaired. So this is kind of a culture shock for people that are aging. So that's something to really keep an eye on. Um, so to live a psychologically, socially, and physically healthy middle and late adulthood, we must begin with our physical health. And this is done by incorporating proper nutrition. So, some nutrients that should be incorporated into your diet is, one of the main ones is calcium, and that's to maintain our bone health, which can be found in cereals, fruits, dark leafy greens, canned fish. Um, Vitamin D and B12 are also really important. Many people over 50 don't get enough vitamin B12 in their diet. So this can be done through fortified cereal, lean meat, and fish. Um, Fiber should also be incorporated into our diets. This helps lower the risk of heart disease and help prevents type 2 diabetes. Foods that are rich in fiber are whole grain breads, beans, fruits, and vegetables. Um, Potassium is also a really important nutrient. Um, this helps to lower the risk of high blood pressure, which increases as we age. So it's super important. You can find a bunch of potassium in fruits, vegetables, low fat or fat free milk and yogurt. I like to incorporate healthier choices into my diet, and this can be done and should be done as early as possible in your life. So today, what I did, I incorporated kombucha into what I'm eating and drinking. It has enzymes and probiotics and polyphenols and aminos that are very, very good for your digestion and keeps like your energy up. So I really like to do that. Just little incorporations like that. I really just don't like to be ruled by eating healthy. So, every now and again, I might have a cheat day where I indulge in a burger or something that isn't so healthy. Um, it takes so much time and energy to eat something that you don't necessarily want, especially whenever you're craving unhealthy food. If this is getting to the point where all you're thinking about is the calories and sugars and carbs that are in your food, I would just recommend to, take a day off, ease your mind, because it's not good on the mind or the body to have that kind of stress. Um, I also like making meals with the people that I love. This helps promote, your social relationships. And it's not so much of a chore, whenever you're experiencing it with the people that you love. Um, so, one step to a more nutritious diet is to cut out sugars. I have found this can be done by consuming spicy foods, so like chili peppers and cayenne peppers. Um, so, adding spicy foods to our diet can reduce the amount of salt that we consume, um, which was super interesting to me because it sounds kind of counterintuitive. Um, but whenever we add spices to our foods, it makes the level of saltiness taste the same as it would without reducing the same as it would, like without the reduction of salt. And this can help with lowering blood pressure levels, which, as I stated earlier, increases as we age. So that's really important. Um, a study was actually done on how spicy foods can curb your cravings. So the effectiveness of incorporating spicy foods into your diet. People added about a half of a teaspoon of red pepper to their lunch, and they had a decreased desire to eat sugary, fatty, and salty foods, and ate about 70 fewer calories at their next meal. Um, and the effects were only seen among those who didn't regularly consume red pepper. But this doesn't mean that that's something that shouldn't just be tried, and spicy foods can be a very good acquired taste. So another thing for our physical health as we age is exercise, and this helps maintain or lose weight, reduces the impact of illness and chronic disease, enhances our mobility, flexibility, and balance, which can all be impaired as we age. Um, and this also helps your mental state, which is amazing. So, your sleep can be improved, your mood can be boosted, self confidence is boosted, um, and it could potentially prevent memory loss and cognitive decline, which, declines as we age. So, that's super important. And if you struggle with working out, like you just don't enjoy it, you could try a couple of things like incorporating music or finding like a minimal physical activity game that you enjoy, going on walks with your friends, which also can help, your social relationships, as well as parking farther away from your destination just to increase your walk. Um, Education should be, definitely continued even after school. So this can be done by incorporating memory games, books, staying current with the news. Experiencing new things is so important to keep the neurons in your brain firing as quickly as possible. Um, Henry Ford once said, anyone who stops learning is old, whether at 20 or 80. Anyone who keeps learning stays young. And I think that's just, really cool because, we all want to stay and feel young, so we might as well keep our brains feeling young. Um, so, keep up on new experiences like, experiencing new places and people, events, activities. This is all good for, our brain development. Um, and so to keep fulfilling relationships in our lives, I have a couple of recommendations. Just try and stay in contact, and be encouraging and supportive no matter what. Um, Balance your level of dependency on yourself as well as others. I think that's really, really important. And you should also be super selective with who you surround yourself with, because surrounding yourself with positive people indirectly influences how you think and how you act, and this reflects on your other relationships. So if you're around someone that's always bringing you down, you're gonna continue to bring others down about around you. um, so yeah, no, these three areas, psychological, social, and physical well-being, they're also important, especially as we age. And if we're mindful with how we treat our bodies and minds as we age, we will age better and enjoy life more than if we lived our lives carelessly. So thank you.